folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And, boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Dobbins trying the left side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go with the option, coming right. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember earlier in the year, with the Ravens winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Mills. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again is Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. The Browns at 3 and 10 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
On play action, Mills. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mills now from the 50. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 31. Mills. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Mills throw into the hands of Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Mills. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman from 6 yards away. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Out of the gun, Watson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw, Watson. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mills. He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. A bootleg. Steps away. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Watson off play action. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Watson looks to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
York able to send this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Mills to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, Mills. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Tucker's kick is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, what do you think? Maybe a little disappointment there. They had a pretty nice drive going at the end of the half, and they have to settle for 3.
Well, definitely a little bit of disappointment there because when you kick a short field goal, you shake your head a little bit like, could we have done a little bit more? Could we have gotten one more shot to try and get 6? But with what little time was left on the clock, I think it was a smart play.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. On first down, Watson. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Cleveland offense ready to go as they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively. You know, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Now it's Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Watson. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 39-yard line. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Watson down to throw. Got a man. It's short. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And the slot man goes in motion left. From the red zone now, Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. Touchdown! Kareem Hunt, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. The York on now for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 2nd and 10. Mills. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Mills. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Browns drive about to get started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The Browns send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he's got this down to the 35. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Play fake, Mills. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, it might be the best kicker the game's ever seen. And we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it. But this one winds up no good.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
From the gun, here's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 14. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. 3rd and long. It's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A lot of pressure here for Cade York. This to break our 4th quarter tie. York able to send this one through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This one taken just inside the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again with Dobbins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, Mills. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now Huntley. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Mills looking to throw it. It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot.
Mills back to throw.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Huntley.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. In motion comes the tight end left.
Here's Mills.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down.
Now Mills. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 27. This one came right down to the wire. And CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for Cleveland, it's a 4th win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.